Fiskunet. Fiskunet. What's good, y'all? Fist Vegas, the hardest voice of sports. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the Fist Schooner while you at it. Y'all know what time it is. If you ain't with it, you best get with it. Now let's rock. Alright, look. As the muscle of the Giants community, I took an oath. Okay? I have a job to do. And that job is to defend this Giants team from all threats, foreign and domestic. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a foreign threat that is literally spying on our beautiful blue grounds. Okay? The Washington Commanders are on some KGB crap trying to snake Daniel Jones from the New York Football Giants. We see you, or at least I see you. And when I see you, we all see you, because I'm going to put that microscope on you. Washington, you're not slick. Okay, Commanders, you're not slick. You interviewed Pat Shurmur, and you decided to hire Eric Bieniemy for the offensive coordinator spot. We not stupid, okay? They are trying their hardest to lay the foundation to get Daniel Jones. We're not dumb. We not. And that's the thing too, right? And Daniel Jones, I ain't dumb either, because we all know Danny got suitors, okay? I'm just going to go out on a limb. Oh, who's going to pay Daniel Jones $45 million? Who would even want Daniel Jones on the open market? Well, I could think of a team in Vegas. I could think of a team in Indy. And I know for a fact those Commanders is KGB and Daniel Jones right now. They think they slick. They not slick. Listen, you can't get Kafka. Who has Daniel Jones performed well under? Andy Reid disciples, Pat Shurmur, Mike Kafka, and what did they do? They went and got Bieniemy. That's what they did. They got Bieniemy because they're going to make a play at Daniel Jones. The Washington Commanders are going to make a play on Daniel Jones in about 2 weeks, because I think March 7th is the last day to apply the franchise tag. On March 7th, when we tag Danny, Washington's going to go for him. They're going to go for him. And I expect the Saints are going to make a run at him too. I think the Jets are going to land on Derek Carr. I think they like Derek Carr. But I know for a fact Vegas, the Saints, and mostly the Commanders are trying to get Daniel Jones. All right. And I'm going to say this now. Under no circumstances, I don't care if they offer Daniel Jones $50 million. John Mara is not going to let Daniel Jones walk down the street to the Washington Commanders and play football in the division for the next 10 years. It's not happening. It's not happening. So Washington, you can hire Bieniemy. You can lay the groundwork for your Daniel Jones pitch. Ron Rivera, you can do all that. You can do all that, Rivera. But at the end of the day, we will match whatever you offer him. We're not letting Daniel Jones wear red. Unless it's in a damn practice squad jersey. We're not letting him wear red. It ain't happening. So, I'm letting everybody know. We see you. We see you, Washington. The Eric Bieniemy hire. We see you. Y'all have wanted Daniel Jones for 4 years now. We see you. We see you. And here's the thing too, right? So, over the past 48 hours, Daniel Jones' name's been ringing bells on these New York Giants streets. Daniel Jones' name been ringing bells on these Twitter and Instagram and social media streets. And I hear you talking. I hear y'all talking. The Daniel Jones haters is back. You know what they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. All you Giants fans out there that don't want Daniel Jones to get paid, all you Giants fans out there that are mad that Daniel Jones wants his money, I want you to close your eyes. How my man Pac say, close your eyes and picture me rolling. Well, I want you to close your eyes and picture Daniel Jones in a Commander's uniform. I want you to close your eyes and picture Daniel Jones throwing to Terry McLaurin and Dotson and Curtis Samuel. You should close your eyes, and I want you to picture us trying to beat him 2 times a year. Picture it. That's what I want you to do. Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson in the backfield. Eric Bieniemy calling his plays. The same guy who was the offensive coordinator above Mike Kafka in Kansas City calling his plays. Close your eyes and picture that. And now I want you to open your eyes and ask yourself, are you sure $45 million is too much for Daniel Jones? Are you sure? These are the questions that you got to ask. I want you to close your eyes again. All right, I want you to close your eyes again because I don't think you grasp how dangerous, how real this threat is. Daniel Jones on Washington with all the weapons I just mentioned and that defense. So now he's got that defense, that defensive line in Washington, that linebacking core in Washington, and he's got a run game, a number 1 receiver, a solid head coach, and a genius offensive coordinator. Damn. That sounds a lot like what the Giants are trying to accomplish this offseason. Now, doesn't it? Aren't we trying to get Daniel Jones a number 1 receiver? Aren't we trying to solidify our linebacking core? Washington has everything in place that we're trying to build around Daniel Jones this offseason. It's already in place for him in Washington. Could you stomach that? These are the questions that you have to ask yourself when you're crying about spending John Mara's money. These are the questions that you got to ask yourself. Can you stomach that? Open your eyes and tell me in the comment section, can you stomach Daniel Jones in a Commander's uniform for the next 15 years? Can you stomach that? Can you stomach going back to 4 wins after being in the second round of the playoffs? The kid just took us to the second round of the playoffs. Can you really let him walk out the door? Can you really envision going back to picking top 5 in the draft and hoping we don't draft the next Zach Wilson or the next Trey Lance or the next Sam Darnold or Josh Rosen? Yeah, these top 5 picks ain't guaranteed, man. Oh, yeah, let's just let Daniel Jones walk. Let's get 2 first-rounders. Let's tank. Let's get a quarterback. Are you sure they're going to be any good? Is Malik Willis any good? These are the questions that you have to ask yourself. When you close your eyes, these are the things that you need to think about when you slandering number 8 at quarterback. This is what you got to think about. Now, I'm talking directly to the fans because Joe Schoen ain't got no say in this. When it comes to the quarterback, that's an owner decision. That's why I'm not worried about how much Joe Schoen wants to pay Daniel Jones. It doesn't matter. Remember when Jim Irsay kicked Carson Wentz to the curb? Remember when Stephen Jones wanted to pay Dak for 2 years, but Jerry said no? Remember when Belichick wanted to get rid of Tom Brady for 2 straight years and Robert Kraft said no? The owner calls the shots when it comes to the quarterback, not the GM. This isn't a negotiation. It's not. This is a waiting game. How long is John Mara going to wait to give Danny his money? And I'm guessing around the time of Washington makes their offer. Whatever Washington offers Daniel Jones in a couple weeks, the Giants are going to match. Bottom line. That's it. That's all. Subscribe to the unit if you rocking with me. My name is Fist Vegas, and I approve this message.